Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Pup coming back for week 2 of the GWA Low Tier League Season 3, and we are facing that one guy and the Michigan Minectrics. And if you know me, I hate Michigan. Big Notre Dame fan, so I hate Michigan, so we're going to go after him today. I'm bringing a lot of really fun stuff, a lot of stuff that I'm really comfortable with. I do think that I kind of draft a lot of stuff that I've used in the past or that I think is really fun to use, like Electrode. I like the Alolan Dugtrio, HAWLUCHA sort of thing, and those are hopefully going to go insane in this battle today. I have a pretty good matchup into them, I think, and I'm bringing some fun sets that can hopefully take them off guard. If you guys do enjoy this content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's go right to the builder. Alright, let's get through this team builder. Playing against that one guy, he's got an incredibly scary team with pretty much just his top Pokemon, which is Tera Normal Lucario, which for some reason was able to be drafted. It has Inner Focus, so I can't intimidate it with Incineroar. If it sets up a Sword Stance, it can most likely just sweep me with Extreme Speed. It goes absolutely crazy into my team. They also have Mandibuzz, which is annoying to deal with. Salazzle is just annoying. Gastrodon, Rotomo, Frostlass. They have a lot of pretty good stuff on their team. But I am bringing a pretty good team. I'm hoping that I can just sweep through them. If I'm going to be honest, I'm bringing a couple sweepers. And then, a couple other mons that can work really well against their team. So to start off, we're going to have Dugtrio. Had to bring this thing because we have Tera Ghost. My bad. But we have Tera Ghost on this Dugtrio. So we should be able to take out a Lucario if it's got some chip. It can't E-Speed me. A Bullet Punch at +2 if they're Life Orb Adamant will knock me out. But are they really gonna run Bullet Punch with their E-Speed? Not so sure about that. But we can throw off an Earthquake, which will hit it super hard. We could even Iron Head to go for a flinch if they are Tera Normaled. And then we're Adamant just to do the most damage with the Life Orb. But we have enough speed that we're always outrunning that Lucario. We've also got Tera Grass Electrode. If we are able to use this instead of the Dugtrio, that's perfectly fine. We just need to be careful about that Lucario. But Tera Grass means that we just destroy Gastrodon with the Tera Blast. And then Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, and Taunt is pretty good. We're modest Aftermath on this thing just in case that Lucario gets low and E-Speeds. I can sack this thing off and do a lot of damage back to it. And then the Expert Belt. We also have a Blastoise here. We're going for a Shell Smash variant with Surf, Ice Beam, and Substitute. Pretty decent versus them. Substitute makes sure I don't get Toxic'd by a Gastrodon or by the Salazzle, which would be pretty annoying. And then Surf and Ice Beam just destroys through their team. Got good stats and everything. I mean, that special attack, when it's boosted, we're going to be doing a lot of damage to their team. We've also got another white herb Pokemon with the Unburdened HAWLUCHA. If we click Close Combat, then we're going to get that Unburdened back and be double speed. And it'll also get rid of our defense drops, so we're able to, not get revenge killed so easily by a Tera Normal E-Speed. But Acrobatics is good on this thing, Sword Stance. And we also have Upper Hand, so we can out-prioritize, a Bullet Punch at least. Not sure if it actually works on E-Speed, but it's still there, and it is definitely scary. We also have a Choice Scarf Kleavor here. I thought this would be pretty nice. Kind of want to use it. I've never actually had a single battle with a Kleavor before. But, Stone Axe, we set up the hazards versus their team. It makes it a lot easier to sweep them. Close Combat's pretty decent as well. U-turn, X-Scissor with Sharpness. It just does a lot of damage. On that 405 attack, that's going to be doing a lot. And last, we have a Sylveon in the back here. We're Babiri Berry, just so we can try to take a Meteor Mash from Lucario. Or, I guess, a Bullet Punch. Even if they're +2, I should be able to eat one because we're max physically defensive pretty much. And we should just be able to respond with a Hyper Voice. That'll do a ton. I should be able to Revenge Kill it. If not with this, with Choice Scarf Kleavor, with, a Tera Ghost Dugtrio. Should be able to take out that thing if we have the pieces available. But we're just Baton Pass, Wish, Protect, Hyper Voice, being able to stay healthy and keep the rest of our team healthy. That's it for the team builder. Hope we do well in this week. We had a big W last week, but let's see if we can ride that momentum. See ya. All right, we're getting connected here to that one guy. Let's see what they end up bringing. Guessing. Yeah, that was pretty much what I expected. No Mandibuzz is actually pretty nice. Gastrodon is there, so Terragrass Electrode is definitely on the table. Also Dugtrio, obviously. But Cleavor looks really solid. I mean, it actually really does. They can lead a couple things that will not let me get my Stone Axe off. So I'm not exactly sure if that's what I should do first off. Could go like an Electrode. Maybe see if they're like a Scarf Rotom or something. They also might have the Frostlass in the back there. I really like my HAWLUCHA in this game. It looks pretty solid. Alright, what are we going to do here? I think we do just end up leading Cleavor, and worst case scenario we're clicking U-turn versus them, which is still decently solid. We want to keep the Dugtrio and the Electrode in the back if possible. Yeah, I think that's the right idea here. Let's see. If they're Rotom Mow, if they're Choice Scarf, they're going to be able to outrun us. But a Leaf Storm does not kill me unless they're like max special attack, and even then, it's a roll. Modest could outspeed us and take us out though. It's still a roll though. Alright, let's see what you brought. Let's see what you want to lead. Yard work. Okay, it is the Motom. And now I think if they're not Choice Scarfed, then getting U-turn off is super solid here. And they might just want to switch out, but we're going to reveal our Scarf turn 1. Worst case is like Modest Leaf Storm and it takes us out here, which would be really tough, but we honestly could probably even set up on that. Because then we know they're Scarfed in, we could just go to the HAWLUCHA, and honestly, maybe just sweep 6-0. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting decision for them. Like, do they want to go out to Gastrodon and take a lot of damage? Even if they're like physically defensive, they're not taking this. But if it's a Stone Axe, that's their best play. Or just staying in and Leaf Storming, but we'll definitely kill them since we're adamant. Let's see, man. It also could be like Scarf and Volt Switch, but they're not. Guessing Gastrodon, Optimus Prime. That sounds like Registeel, actually. It is. So Registeel, it should take just a little bit. Looks like it's probably specially defensive. Just no Fizz Def at all. And I mean, here we have actually a plethora of options. I think Dugtrio is quite solid. If I wanted to go out into that thing, honestly, would probably take them out with an Earthquake. I also could go straight out to HAWLUCHA, but I don't want to risk setting up on this thing. So I think we're just going to go out to Dugtrio and threaten this thing. Yeah. Okay, they're going to show to be lefties. And I actually have an interesting play to make here, because I feel like going hard out into Cleavor again could be pretty decent. Thinking like they would want to predict the Earthquake and maybe go out into the Motom. What can Registeel really do to my Cleavor? Because they're not Thunder Waving me right here. Potentially they're clicking like an Earthquake or a Body Press. I mean, they can also be pressing Stealth Rocks of their own. I'm expecting us to trade. I kind of want to keep this thing healthy for now. Could be a misplay, but we'll see. Would be great if they went out into the Motom. Okay, we go Cleavor. And they do withdraw. Come on, show me Rotom. Good. Alright. That's one play down. And I think that made a lot of sense versus them, actually. We're just going to press U-turn again. If they want to repeat the process, I could choose a different result. As they're going to stay in. This thing dies. Oh, no, they have a good amount of HP investment. Alright, this thing must be like 252 HP to live that. Maybe even have some Fizz Def in there as well. And honestly, I could go into Sylveon here. I think makes a lot of sense. Could be a Thunder Wave that comes out, Discharge, a Volt Switch even, but Leaf Storm, so I can't go out to Dougie. I think we're going to go Sylveon here. The health on this thing doesn't matter that much, and we also have a Wish that we can get it back. Maybe Willow, okay. So definitely glad I didn't go to Dougie. Alright, but this thing being chipped is awesome. Okay. No items shown is interesting. I think we just Baton Pass to get some momentum on whatever they want to bring in here. I don't think they're going to do very much, no matter what, to the Sylveon. Like, worst case scenario, we're leaving here at about 60% if they want to Leaf Storm me in the face. And then I can bring in my Kleavor and Stone Axe to get rocks up. I think Kleavor is doing a lot of lifting this game. Oh, they're Light Screen. They must be Light Clay. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, that is quite interesting. What are they trying to set up with? I don't know, but we could potentially just go HAWLUCHA here and activate our White Herb. If we wanted, we can also just go Kleavor, which I think is totally fine. I don't really see an issue with Kleavor. Potentially, what am I thinking? I'm thinking maybe a setup, obviously Lucario. But I'm also thinking potentially Curse Registeel. We're just going to click U-turn again as they withdraw. Wow. Wanting to keep that Rotom alive as they go out into the Registeel. We're going to get another good chunk off. I think we're going to go Dougie this time and actually click Earthquake. Honestly, at this percent, it should kill. They're, what, 80-ish%? Maybe a little bit higher than that. It's looking like this should be able to kill. We're just going to go for it. If they want to switch back into Rotom, oh well, they're wasting the screen turns anyways. So I don't care one bit. And if they stay in and I kill this thing, then that's great for me, obviously. Come on. Please die. Ah, they live just barely. As I set up the rocks. Okay. Rocks on my side is annoying for what I've done so far. Huh. Alright, I'm thinking that I can click Iron Head pretty freely here. I think it should kill this thing. Or is Earthquake just better? Honestly, Earthquake is literally just better. Because even if they want to switch out, I'm gonna kill the Rotom anyways. We're taking 2 things of Life Orb, which is annoying. So we'll be down to 80%. We do get the Registeel off. So that's honestly a really huge threat getting out of my face right now. It's what we love to see, man. This endgame is going to come down to that stupid Lucario. So they got the rocks up. They have the dual screens. Only thing I'm afraid of here is like a Frostlass coming in, because it can probably just take me out. Leona. It's the Salazzle. Honestly, this thing could click sub if it wants. We're obviously going to be outsped. What do I want to do here? If they're not like Sludge Bomb, then they can't actually beat Sylveon. Like, Sylveon would just beat them. we kind of need this Mon. I really want to keep it around. So I'm going to go out to Cleavor here. Should be able to live a Flamethrower. Alright, we take the rocks. And they go for sub. Honestly, pretty expected. Stone Axe is obviously breaking it. We can get our rocks up, which I really like. We'll be faster than them, guaranteed. We don't see a Black Sludge or leftovers, which is quite interesting. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. But a Substall with Toxic makes a lot of sense. Gonna get that Stone Axe off, which is really nice. They do see that we're Scarfed. Are they just gonna Toxic? No, they just Flamethrower. That's fine. Oh, nasty crit, man. That's actually a huge one, too. That really sucks. Wow. Because no matter what, we would have been able to get another hit off next turn. Yeah, that actually puts me in a very, very tough spot. It almost like makes me want to go out to like HAWLUCHA and just get going. Close combat will break a sub. If they want to Toxic me, so be it. I don't know, man. I could also just go Blastoise right now. I think HAWLUCHA is slightly better for now. And we're just going to click close combat. Sub is perfectly fine here. We actually like sub here. We would like, I don't know, something out of left field, like a Toxic Spike, a little bit better, I think. I actually really think we don't mind Toxic Spike. As they Sludge Wave, okay. Does a ton of damage, man. Yeah, I mean, maybe we were dead, but even with the crit. I mean, without the crit. You know what I mean. We're gonna get this aggro off. Yeah, we should claim a kill here. I'm very worried about the the Lucario coming in. Alright, Salazzle goes down. That thing was a huge, huge threat. Let's see. The Dawn. Alright, the Gastrodon is actually totally fine. That feels a little bit odd, actually. I don't know, we're just gonna get a nice big acrobatics off in their face. They're super physically defensive. Wow. The red card. Okay, okay. Red card is quite interesting. They're not going for like an Earth Power, are they? That would be crazy. Yawn. Okay. Fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. And honestly, I could just sack HAWLUCHA here. I really don't want to let this thing just get put to sleep for free, so we're going to go Lucha. We will live this, so if they go for a ground type move, then we're gonna live it. We're gonna live the rocks. We're gonna be able to hit them. If they just recover, that's fine as well. No, they switch out. Okay. And they go out to the Rotom. Totally fine. Alright, on their side, I don't know if I'm still looking at light screen or not, but they definitely don't have it. And this thing should easily die here. Let's just go for the acro. Yeah, they're just gonna let us get a kill with HAWLUCHA. Super nice of them. Alright. Good thing is... No, they go out to the Dawn. I was gonna say, like, upper hand, I did check and it's over extreme speed. But man. Alright, we're just gonna click close combat versus this guy. I like this. They can click recover all you want. If they do that, it's just baiting for me to get a crit, or even just sword stance up and destroy. Alright. And they're gonna memento. Okay. Is this gonna be into Lucario? Because into Lucario, we just click close combat no matter what. I can't afford them setting up. If it's a Frostlass, it's a little bit more interesting, but I don't think that thing's setting up. Raiden. It is the Luke. Alright, after rocks, this shouldn't be killing with close combat. But we can Sucker Punch eventually. I'm gonna click CC here. Nice. They let me get it off. Doesn't actually do as much as I would have expected. But they should be clicking SD here. Yep. SD, and then I have my trap card here. Got the upper hand. Upper hand on their E-Speed. Come on. They're Tera normal. Unless it's Tera Ghost. Tera Ghost would be an issue, but we do have Sucker. It is normal. Okay, good. Let's go, man. We should out-prioritize this E-Speed. And we're gonna upper hand. There goes Lucario. Haha. That thing was a huge threat, man. You don't even understand. I have no switch-ins to that thing. +2, especially if they're Life Orb Adamant. I can't kill that thing. That's why we had the Tera Ghost. Just glad that we were able to take care of it there. Even if we didn't, we should have been able to revenge kill with a Sucker Punch. We just click Tera Ghost into Lucario, we click Sucker Punch. Since they can't obviously E-Speed me. But man, is this all we have left is this Frostlass? It is. Okay, and I obviously don't want to lose. Losing would be very bad. I'm just not quite sure what this Frostlass could even be. I think Sylveon should beat it unless it's physical, in which case we can beat it with Electrode plus Dugtrio. So I'm going to try to preserve. Yeah, we're going to try to preserve here. You know, potentially them being, you know, choice banded. Or they're obviously heavy duty boots. My bad. But they just click Ice Shards, so they're physical. This Poltergeist shouldn't do too much. I think it'd be fun to get Shell Smashed up here. So we're going to go for it. They're going to Polter. Yep, we live that thing. And we're going to smash up with this Blastoise. +2 special attack, Surf should knock them out. We know they're not Assault Vested or anything. I think that should secure a big W for us. Come on, just let me hit it. Status return to normal with a double White Herb. We just click Surf here. And come on. there goes the Frostlass. We get a nice big 5-0 victory over that one guy. They definitely brought some scary stuff. I think the upper hand really caught them off guard. They went kind of just for game. They laid all their cards out on the table for that one. But luckily I had one more. Well, I actually had a couple more hiding in the back, but you know, that's besides the point. Potentially could have got past it with the Doug Trio. Potentially could have got past it with the Babiri Berry on the Sylveon anyways. But very good stuff to my opponent there. And a great game. If you guys did enjoy this one, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.